Welcome back, traders. Welcome to another edition of XL Weekend. This week we will analyze many pairs for you so you can be ready for the upcoming week and be ready to catch many opportunities. At the moment, we will start with Euro USD. Of course, on the daily chart, we are bullish overall, but if we drop to the 4 hours chart, which is this one, you can see that we are creating this wedge pattern. At the moment, we are on this strong uptrend, but also we just made a lower high. So this could be a sign of a new downtrend, or maybe I am checking if we will break above this trend line. If we do break above it, so if we have a breakout to the upside, then I will be bullish on Euro USD. But of course, if I see a nice breakout to the downside, then I will start considering some sell positions. At the moment, all we have to do is wait, just like every single week. The most important thing that you have to keep in mind is to be patient. We don't want to enter trades right away after the market opens because that would be too risky, but we always want to wait for the right confirmation. With that being said, let's move on to the next pair, which is GBPUSD. And as I said already, make sure to stay with me for the whole video so you can be ready and prepare yourself for the upcoming week. So at the moment on GBPUSD, as you can see, we were on this uptrend. We actually broke below the uptrend and started a new trend to the downside. At the moment, we are making lower lows and lower highs, and we just approached this support level. At the moment, we had some reversal signs at this support level, but we cannot be sure that we will start a new uptrend from here. I believe that in this case, I am waiting for a breakout to the downside. So in this case, I would prefer to see a breakout to the downside rather than push to the upside, because I prefer to follow the trend, which now is bearish, rather than going against the trend. So in this case, what I'm waiting for on GBPUSD is for this breakout, retest, and at this point, I will start considering a sell to the downside. Of course, I will also use Fibonacci levels to have confluence on my analysis, but we will need to wait for that. Next pair, we will move on to JPY. Very similar to GBPUSD. Of course, we are now on this downtrend. Before that, we were on an uptrend. As you can see, we had this breakout to the downside, retest, and then continuation to the downside. At the moment, we are at this support level, and we are making almost the same candles of GBPUSD. And just like GBPUSD, I would prefer to see a breakout to the downside and a retest in order to start considering some sells. If, of course, this is not the case and we will see some other indicators and some other price action indicators, then we will start considering buy positions from this point. But I want to see the right confirmation before considering a trade and before entering a trade. The reason why is because I care about your money. I want to be sure that a signal has the right confirmation. I just don't want to send random signal to the group. By the way, if you're not already on my Telegram groups, I have a free channel and also a VIP channel. In the free channel, I send about 1 signal per day, and on the VIP channel, I send 3 to 5 signals daily. Sometimes more, sometimes less, but on average, we are at 400 pips per week. So if you want to join, make sure to contact me. With that being said, let's move on to the next pair, which is USDCAD. On USDCAD, we can see that on the 4 hours chart, well, on the daily, first of all, we are bearish. As you can see, we were on this downtrend for a very long time. But at the moment, on the 4 hours, we actually had, this fake out to the downside, and then we put back above this support and we started going to the upside. At the moment, we are at this resistance level, but we are also on this uptrend. So we are making this wedge pattern, which could be also called triangle pattern. And I'm either waiting to enter a sell from this resistance area, or if I will see a nice breakout, then as always, I will wait for the right confirmation with the retest in order to enter a buy. So these are the two possibilities on USDCAD. Next pair is NZDCAD. In this case, let me show you. We were on this uptrend, we broke below it, then we just consolidating for some time. We made this double rejection from here, but actually we had this continuation to the upside. And right now we just formed this new downtrend, as you can see. At the moment, we are almost at the downtrend level right here. Let me show you real quick. Right here. And I'm waiting to see the right confirmation from this level right here in order to enter some sells. This also corresponds to our Fibonacci analysis. And we see a nice rejection of the 0.62 Fibonacci level. And this one could be a nice confirmation in order to enter some sells. So be ready for the signal both on the free and on the VIP channel. Next pair, very interesting, is EURAUD. In this case, we can see that in the 4 hours, we have a nice push to the downside and then this consolidation phase. Usually, after a strong push and a consolidation, we have a continuation to the downside. This is because this looks like a continuation pattern. Also, if we go to the 1 hour, we can see that we are creating a sort of head and shoulders pattern, which also corresponds to this uptrend. But I believe that with the right patience, we could see a nice breakout of this one, of this uptrend. And of course, as always, wait for the retest in order to enter the trade. So this is my bias for EURAUD, and we could catch a nice trade on this one if we are able to wait for the right opportunity. Another very interesting pair is CADCHF, and I really like this one. I analyzed it earlier, and we have on the 4 hours a breakout of this uptrend with the retest and continuation to the downside. At the moment, we are at this very strong support, but if we go to the daily chart, it is also very nice because we can see that we also broke below this flag pattern right here. So we believe that a continuation to the downside is possible. At the moment, therefore, I will go to the 1 hour chart and I will look for a breakout to the downside of this level right here. If I see a nice breakout, then we will enter the trade. As I said already, if you wish to join the VIP channel, don't hesitate to just contact me on Telegram. Let's move on to another pair, which is similar to this one, is AUD-CHF. And on a 4 hours chart, we can see that we have a nice wedge pattern. Also, we have to keep into mind that we just rejected this very strong, which goes back this very strong resistance level, and we started going to the downside. When we started going to the downside, we had this very strong push, and then we are creating this wedge pattern. At the moment, if I see a breakout to the downside, I will enter a sell and I will send a signal. And of course, I would prefer to see a sell rather than a buy on this pair. As I always say, I am willing to change my mind and to change opinion if I see a different confirmation, but at the moment, I will prefer to enter a sell if I see the breakout. Let's move on to the last pair, which is CADJPY. And this is a nice trade that we still have open. we booked already partial profits, but we still have it open, and we entered right here at this nice support level, which corresponds to the 0.62 Fibonacci level. So it was a nice entry. We are now in profit, and if we go to the 1 hour chart, we can see that this is a strong push to the upside, and this looks like a flag pattern right here. So it looks like a continuation pattern. So I believe that we will hold our open trade, and maybe we will consider an additional trade on this one. So of course on VIP we already have this trade running in profit from this level right here with stop loss at entry, but we could start considering another buy position if I see the right opportunity at current levels. With that being said, I hope you liked this video analysis. If you did, make sure to subscribe to the channel and leave a like. And if you want to join my channels on Telegram for signals, make sure to contact me. See you during the week.